Hey guys, welcome back. Got a very special announcement today. You can see my lowly 7.5 thousand gold right there is due to the fact that I have completely 6-starred all the characters in the Great Summons portal. So if we look at the portal real quick, I'm going to have some free ones that'll just keep stacking up over time. But every one of these characters is now 6-starred, which is pretty awesome. We'll go in and check those out here in just a moment. At the same time, I was able to 6-star all the remaining Honor Summons characters. Now, I didn't record the very last one, the last run through those. Partly, I had a few comments that there was, I think it was dragging on a little bit and it wasn't too exciting just to watch the rolls. We've got a lot of those Honor Summons rolls going out now at this point anyway. But all these characters are now 6-starred as well. So the only characters I have left to 6-star are ones that show up in the Heroic Summons and a few that don't show up in anything. Let's go ahead and look at the heroes here. So one of my favorite ones that we're able to get up to that 6-star level was Shadowblade. He was a fairly rare character to come up in the Great Summons, so it was one of the last characters. Once there wasn't anybody else in there, then I was just only getting tokens for him. So that helped out a lot. And then Alexandros as well was a relatively rare one, but that came up at the end, again just finishing up and rolling just about continually for those couple characters that were left. So he's up to 6-star now, and that means that the combination of a 6-star Shadowblade and a 6-star Willow will allow you to take out a 5-star fully ascended Yokozuna. Which is good to know, because just generally, if you've got a 5-star Shadowblade and a 6-star Willow, you, as far as I know, cannot take out a 5-star Yokozuna. So it's an important point to be at in order to use those two characters. And just a lot of fun with these other ones. Another thing that means for me is that it lets me transition to pumping a lot of gold into the abilities of characters that I haven't used so much in a while. For example, Themis. I use him in the tower quite a bit, and I've used his Earthquake skill right down here to try to take out, especially if there's like a group of 4 and one of them's a fast character, I'll use Earthquake on the fast character once I get around to that slow round, and if I can take them out, then I'll swap in the rest of my fast team afterwards to take out the rest of the group. So it only burns one character, everybody else comes through without any trouble, and that's been working really well. One thing you'll notice is that Earthquake does a ton of damage even when it's at a relatively low tier level. So that's a really effective skill. I put a little bit more into that just to up the damage even more. And then some of these as well, some of these characters that I've just been putting in to absorb damage, they get a few hits out of the way even while they're in there. So if I can up some of their attacks, I might just start throwing in random teams together just to work through the tower even faster. And as those come along a little further, maybe I'll show some more tower videos. But we're getting down, so where's the transition here? We've got our last 6-star characters right there, and we go down to the 5-star characters. A lot of these are doing really well, coming along towards their 6-star mark. King York's one that doesn't show up in the portal. Even though I did get an unlock for him one time in the Great Summons, but I don't believe that would happen anymore. We'll do one of those. I guess we'll have to do it next time. I don't have enough gold right now. We're just going down through the rest of these real quick just to see where they're at. I do have Indigo. It came out in one of the last videos. So I was able to do a VIP roll for her. And before too long, hopefully we'll get her up a little higher. But I'm not too worried about it. She's not often used by any other characters. I think, it's pretty difficult to get her up to high star levels. And when you're working at the higher end, where everyone's maxed out in terms of levels, if you're not using, 5 or 6-star characters, it's going to be really hard to be viable with those characters in something like PvP. Alright, so let's look in here real quick. I think I've already cashed in for the honor shop. The gold that's there. Yeah, we can do this. Let's check out, make sure that we've taken Tower of Pwnage here. I've been turning in a lot of these to get additional energy, especially during this event, so that's sold out. And we'll go back over. So once that's done, I always get these, buy these together. So you go back to my dungeon and go to the honor shop. And we'll refresh this, get some more gold, and we'll get some more energy. We'll have enough here just to show what it looks like when you roll after all the characters have been 6-starred. Let's go into the portal real quick. And we'll start with honor. I actually tried this earlier just for fun. The silver chest isn't going to tell us anything, but you can still get tokens. They're just for characters that are already maxed out. We basically knew it, I just wanted to try that out. You can still get Evos and everything else as well. I've been putting most of my scrolls now either into gold or into upping the star level for Ella Amarist. So there's still spots, still a good use for them, and it's going to be a whole lot of scrolls before I can get her maxed out. And then similarly, let's go over here and do the 100. This is what's been popping up for me. Even when I had one character left that still didn't have enough tokens, but I didn't have 5 whole token spots left over, I started getting this error, and it's going to crash the whole game. We'll pop that out. And it starts over again. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. My understanding is it would do the same kind of thing as what the scroll rolling did, but seems to still be giving some troubles. So as you get closer, it'll probably be the same kind of issue you'll be running into as well. Other than that, we've got an event going on right now. We'll let this load up. Hopefully it won't go too long. We've got the another Goblin event going on with some more tokens for Bramble. And one of the nice things they've been doing recently, I really appreciate this. I could see them making it difficult to get a hold of those tokens to make sure that you've got to get all the way through the quests. But at this point, the ones that are related to the most difficult to attain character, which is Cruel King Bramble, you can auto loot for all of those. And so let's go ahead and check out the quests. We've got the easy, medium, hard. This is a repeat event that's happened a couple times before. We'll scan down here. So you can do these quests. If you find and defeat those characters, then you can get the additional ones. But for Bramble, it's just completing the quest. So auto-looting it is all you need to do. I've just got the hard left. So a few more here, and we'll keep completing those and getting all the tokens we can for Bramble. So that's it. The most of what I wanted to share today was just maxing out all those characters and how I'll be shifting gears now to further up the skill levels for all those different skills that I've held off on for quite a while. And then hopefully I'll be able to go through the tower all that much faster. And I'll be able to start using more of these gems in the heroic summon to get some of the remaining characters up to higher star levels or fully up to that 6-star level. One last thing to share with the group. We've got Yokozuna here. We'll take a look at him real quick. He's only 5 tokens away from getting to the 6-star level, so he will then be out of the heroic summons. Very powerful character. He is the very first character in my defensive team, so it'll be great to have him up to the highest possible star level. And one that we've already passed, I got an unlock just recently in one of the heroic rolls that I did, and was able to get Life Reaper Braum. Got the wrong one here. Alright, so now Braum is at the full, he's both almost fully ascended, so he's got a few more to go here. I was thinking he was. But now at the full 6-star level, take a quick look at his stats. Really helps out because he's a fairly squishy character for being slow. So it was nice that they upped his health. His defense, especially at lower star levels, was relatively low, but a high attack damage kind of a character. So he's up and out of the heroic summon now. And one last character, and that is Phenol. He's still got a little ways to go. I'll be focusing more on him once we get Yokozuna out of there. I haven't been using as many kind of gem refreshes to get him going, but he's got another about 50 tokens left to go. So again, that could be 5 or 6 days if you're rushing through and doing the 15 gem resets twice for each one of these levels, and then just, running them normally as well. That gives you 9 total tokens a day and can really help to speed up the process of getting these last characters out of the heroic summon, so there's not a smaller number of characters in there when you go to do the summoning. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see everyone soon. If you liked this, then you're going to love what we have coming out next. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mobile gaming videos, or check out the rest of the channel for more tips and tricks. If you don't have this game yet, feel free to download it from the sponsored link in the video description below. These downloads help to support the channel and help us to continue to put out more great videos. Thanks again for all your support, and come back soon as we continue our quest, seeking every possible advantage.